What is a sellout? And who are the real sellouts in this country? Who sold out their communities? Who sold out for politics? And is America still the land of the free? Free speech and free thought? Or is it dead? We're going to talk about that and more right now. Fell in love with the cat. What's going on? I'm Kalani Evans, and this is the Man Up Podcast, where every man, woman, and human are welcome. And I welcome you to another episode with your boy, yours truly. So we got a lot to touch on, so let's get into it without further ado. It is August 3rd, 2026. And I welcome you to the Man Up Podcast. Hey, man, we're here. Another day above ground, right? Another day above ground in this crazy ass world. That's all you can ask for at this point, I think. Like, so much going on right now. So much going on. And I just feel blessed to be here, be healthy, and to have my family here, my family healthy. Man, you can't ask for much. That makes you a rich man right now. That makes you a rich man in this climate that we're in, because we got so much going on. So much chaos around us. No, we're just trying to get by. We're just trying to get by. We're just trying to survive, hopefully thrive. And yeah, man. I don't even know where to start. Quick update with me. In my city and state right now, we're dealing with a wildfire breakout. It's getting kind of crazy. So the air quality isn't good right now. So if you're from Portland or in the Oregon area, then you know what's going on. It's kind of hazy out here, man. Can't even go outside anymore. And it's just like, man, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but it's like, sheesh. Can we catch a break, It's just one thing after another. I touched on it before. We're dealing with a lot. So like I said, just it for me, it gives me a sense of just gratification. And it gives me a sense of appreciation for every day, because there's so much going on in the world. We're losing people left and right. In my city, like I said, we got the wildfires going on. There's been shootings. There's been like 3 shootings this week, a couple murders. And it's just like, at this point, man, every day above ground is a good day. It's a plus. It's a blessing. No matter what you're going through, as long as you're above ground and you and your family are healthy, you're winning. You are winning. Trust me, because it can always be worse. It can always be worse. As bad as it is, it can still be worse. So we need to be grateful for the blessings, the many blessings that we have, that we've procured day in, day out, that God has blessed us with. And I just want to thank God, because God is so good, man. I just been feeling a real sense of gratitude for God, to God, I should say. And I feel real blessed to be in this position I'm in. It's tough. I know it's tough out here, but we just got to keep going. We got to keep going through these wildfires, whatever you're going through, wherever you're from. Just keep going with this chaos all around you. Try to keep centered, try to keep a level head and get through this shit, man, because that's all we can do. That's all we can do is just keep chugging along and keep going, man. And yeah, you gotta, there's always more good than bad. Like, as much as we as humans complain, we bitch and moan, and we see the negative aspect of things, there's always more good than bad. Like I said, if you woke up this morning, you're winning. Period. End of story. You're here, you're winning. You have another chance to go on to thrive, to succeed, to overcome, to empower and help others, to make a difference. You have an opportunity to do that. Every time we get up in the morning, we have an opportunity to make a difference and affect change. And that's God right there. All glory to God, because he makes it possible.
Hell yeah.
He makes it possible for us. So we're dealing with these wildfires right now, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Wear your masks. If you're in my area, wear your masks. Don't do too much. Don't take the babies out breathing in this shit. It's bad enough y'all smoke weed in front of them and shit. Their lungs might be prepared for some shit like this. Y'all be blowing that loud in front of, with your kids in the house and stuff. But just try to take it easy, stay inside if you can. and protect yourself if you're outside, man, because who knows what the fuck we're breathing in. These wildfires are just like I don't know where this shit came from. The dry heat, the lightning, that's what I heard it was from. Some are from campfires and things of that nature, man. Hey, man, put your fucking campfire out the right way. Don't start a fire if you don't know how to put it out. Do us all a favor, at least, and do that. Because what you do does affect everyone around you. And so, if you're starting campfires and shit out there in the country, make sure you know what you're doing so you don't set the whole world on fire, please. So we don't got to walk around wearing masks and worrying about the air quality, so on and so forth. We can just live our lives and keep it moving. Yeah, man, but a lot going on. I want to get right into it. We might as well start with what everyone's talking about. Dr. Fauci at the Senate. I saw clips, and what everyone came away with, as far as what I was gathering via social media and just word of mouth, was that he pled the fifth on, I think, 111 different questions concerning the COVID vaccine. And I'm feeling like we're in 2020, 2021 again, because all over my timeline, that's all anyone is talking about is the vaccine, the COVID, and this and that, and people feel vindicated. And some people are still backing Fauci, even though he pled the fifth, and they're defending him. And I fall somewhere in the middle with this. I don't want to condemn him completely for pleading the fifth, because there's nuance to this, right? Like, everything's not just black and white, and pleading the fifth doesn't necessarily admit guilt. So I don't want to put that on him. You know what I mean? Me personally, I did not take the jab in 2021, 22, 23, all the way in big 2026. I still have not. My family did not. And that was our choice. That was our personal choice. I don't fault anyone for taking it. I think it helped certain people that were at risk and had underlying health issues. So I don't discredit anybody. I don't want to bag on anybody for getting the COVID vaccine. And it was a scary time, man. It was a scary time. No one knew what to think. No one knew what this was, this COVID. It was so new and so scary. And people were dying. And everybody didn't just want to roll the dice and say, hey, I'm going to play with my life here. Like, they led us to believe that this vaccination was for the best. And not only that, let's not talk about the pressure that was put on people, that was put on everybody. There was so much pressure. You couldn't even, it was to the point where people were afraid to admit that they didn't have the vaccine. People were lying and saying they were vaccinated when they weren't, just so they didn't get the public scrutiny, because there was so much pressure that people were putting on others to get it, because if you didn't get it, you were looked at as someone who didn't care. You were selfish. You didn't care about other people around you. You didn't care about grandma and grandpa.
Really, nigga?
This one and that one. And you weren't allowed to just make your own decision based on how you felt and your own ideologies and thoughts on this whole thing. And that's a tough spot to be in. And a lot of people caved into the pressure. Some people didn't. Some people said, hey, doesn't matter what happens, I'm not doing it. I was one of those people. Do I feel vindicated in this situation at all? No, not necessarily. I feel like it happened the way it was supposed to happen. The ones that needed it got it. The ones that felt they needed to do it, do it. It was a matter of preference. I just didn't want anyone to try to put their thoughts and how they felt and what they wanted to do in their decisions on me and my family. I didn't want that. You can't force people to see things the way you see them. And I felt like that was going on during that time. And as far as Fauci goes, like I said, a lot of people are shitting on him right now and taking this time to do a victory lap. And a lot of people aren't. And for me, it's like this. Hopefully he did what he thought was best as a doctor.
Stop the cap.
But most likely he was told what to do and paid off to do what he did, which is highly unfortunate. But someone's got to take the fall. And for what I'm seeing right now, he's the fall guy. He's the fall guy for the vaccine. He's the poster boy for the COVID vaccine. And a lot of people lost jobs. A lot of people lost opportunities. A lot of people's lives were affected by refusing to get the vaccine based off of the public perception that it was needed. And he's at the forefront of that because he was the one spewing out the scientific facts, right? Like, he was the guy. He was the spokesperson. So he's got to take the brunt of this. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. But him pleading the fifth 111 times, I would have liked to get some answers. I would have liked for him to open up a little bit more and to own up. Because if you said these things publicly, you have to stand on your word and at least admit, hey, if not admit I was wrong, just explain how you felt at that time. You thought it was the best option at that time. That's okay. I can, if that's the truth, I can live with that. But if you have something to hide, if you're protecting people, which, I mean, some of those questions he pled the fifth to, clearly he's protecting somebody. He doesn't want to say too much. This nigga's scared. And he probably doesn't want to get hurt. He probably doesn't want to he doesn't want to lose his career. He doesn't want to get hurt. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes? But I will say, it definitely seems like he's protecting a group of people or someone in particular. I don't know who that is, but that's how it came off to me. But like I said, many people are taking their pound of flesh and they're taking this time to go in. I saw Aaron Rodgers comment, calling Fauci an idiot, saying, you owe me an apology. Like, what about how you like me now type of thing. That's the kind of energy Aaron was on. And rightfully so. He got obliterated and drugged through the media. Him and Kyrie Irving got drugged through the media.
Oh, for sure.
For not taking the vaccine and being quote-unquote, anti-vaccine. Being, quote-unquote, anti-vaccine. They got obliterated. I remember. People were coming out of nowhere calling them everything but a child of God. Calling them the worst possible things you can call a person. Selfish, narcissists. Crazy, wackos, conspiracy theorists. They were this, they were that, they were that, they were this. So for Aaron to get on TV today and say, hey, I want my damn props.
Hell yeah, brother.
I want the apology to be as loud as the slander. Can't blame him for that. Kyrie has remained quiet, but Stephen A. Smith apologized. Which, because it's like, hey, okay, you apologized, right? But is it sincere? Is it sincere, or are you staying? Or is it because it's trendy and you want to stay ahead of the curve? Because the slander, they're gonna start pulling up those old clips. They're gonna start pulling up those old clips on your ass. They're gonna be getting on your head, right? So you're maybe Stephen A's trying to stay ahead of the curve and say, hey, Kyrie, I'm sorry. Maybe he's trying to soften the blow just a little bit. That could definitely be the case. Or he could sincerely be sorry.
Stop the cap.
My guess is it's a mixture of both. It's a homogenation of both. That'd be my opinion. I think he wishes he didn't say it. Again, a lot of people jumped the gun on this thing in 2021. And I felt the pressure myself. Just being a regular person in society, I felt the pressure. You feel that from this construct that we call America, this groupthink, this sheep mentality that we have in America. I felt the pressure. I felt it. I didn't cave into it, but I definitely felt it. It was a rough time. I thought I might lose my job. It was almost to the point, you had people protesting. You had people working in hospitals that were losing their jobs. People working here people were losing their jobs over this. Thousands of people, millions of people. And I was almost one of them. I had to write I had to write an exemption, a religious exemption, to stay unvaccinated and work where I'm working right now. That's what I had to do. And do I think that's fair? No, that's unconstitutional. We should have never been pushed to that brink as a society. We should have had this. This is what America is, right? The land of the free. Am I right? We free choice, free speech, things of that nature. And we're gonna get to that more in this episode. Free speech and free thought. We're gonna come back and circle back around to those things. But isn't that what America is supposed to be? So why should we feel cornered and caged in for a decision that we wanted to make for our own selves, for our own lives, our own bodies, our own beliefs? That was never fair. It should have never come to that. But I feel like 5 years removed, now we're starting to see, people are starting to realize that was the wrong way to go about things. And thank God it went to a certain point and didn't go any further. Thank God for that.
Oh, for sure.
Because there was a lot of people out there trying to take it as far as they could go. I mean, they were going a mile with this thing. You were damn near looked at as O.J. Simpson if you stepped out of the house without a mask at one time, man. It was crazy. It was insane. And I get it. People were scared. When human beings get scared, we get irrational. We get frazzled. We start going off the rails a little bit. And we kind of went off the rails there. But granted, there were a lot of people that were dying and a lot of people that were, hospitalized and going through it with this thing. So there's two sides with, there's a balance. You got to have balance. And I feel like we're trying to find that balance now still. And we're getting there. And, COVID's not going anywhere. So, we'll have plenty of time. Time will tell. Time will tell how this whole thing, who was right, who was really wrong, what it was about. Did it start in a lab?
Take it easy.
And I don't blame people because a lot of people the word was this thing was man-made. So man-made diseases are going to take man-made cures. That's what the vaccine was. They whipped it up real quick. They whipped it up like they whipped it up faster than like Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen. Like that was too quick for me. It was just too quick for me. I wasn't drinking the juice. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid. I wasn't drinking the Kool-Aid. Not calling Dr. Fauci or anyone else Jim Jones, but
take it easy.
I was not drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. Was not happening. But yeah, Fauci, he's the figurehead. I'm not saying he's evil, anything like that. Maybe he just was misinformed. But my feeling on it is maybe there's someone behind the scenes that he's protecting. Granted, all the no comments and I plead the fifths and all that. It just comes off to me like he's protecting somebody. He doesn't want to say anything. He doesn't want to say too much. Not only does he not want to say too much, he doesn't want to say anything. He doesn't want to give up any information. That to me is telling. But hey, a lot of people are deeming him a sellout. And, as a doctor, he had a responsibility that he didn't live up to. And, hey, he's taking his lumps. He's taking his lumps, but we've all been there, right? And speaking of sellouts, I want to just jump right into it because I'm seeing a lot of discourse these past really 5-6 years. There's been a lot of talk about selling out your community, selling out the culture. Sell out, right? And I've been thinking, what is a sellout? What is the true definition of a sellout? Because especially in this Trump administration era, I've noticed if you say anything positive about Donald Trump or any conservative, you're liable to be strung up. So, not literally, figuratively, you're liable to be strung up by a certain community, right? I did the first episode we did. I compared Donald Trump to Tony Soprano, right?
Take it easy.
Not in a glowing way. I use it as an analogy to show America's infatuation and love for the anti-hero, which is a fact. It's a fact, right? Me, myself, you know, I'm not, I'm not like, this is not some podcast that has blown up. We're just getting started here. And I got attacked immediately just off of that comparison. And that goes to show two things. One, people have Trump derangement syndrome. And I'm not saying that I don't. By the way, let me say this again. I am not pro-Trump. I am not pro-Biden. I am not pro-Kamala Harris. I am not pro-anybody. I'm pro-truth and I'm pro-free will and free thought. So for the people jumping in my comments saying, oh, shame on you, or how dare you? How dare you compare? You obviously did not listen. I was just talking about the contingency of people that exist, millions of people that exist, that love Donald Trump and hold him up on a pedestal. Because if that were not the case, he wouldn't have been elected twice. Well, 4 times if you ask him, 3 times if you ask him.
You are fake news.
But in reality, he got elected twice, right? It's a fact. People out there love this guy. Not everyone. I'm not one of them. But people do love Donald Trump. That's a fact. He's the president of the United States. So it just goes to show that people don't really listen to what you say. They take something you say and they twist it and they make it into what they want it to mean. And for me, I've never been a sheep. I'm not going to agree and just go with the popular thought or whatever somebody else is saying. I'm not just jumping on board of anything. But it just goes to show me that, like, y'all got to grow up. People still, like, it's like believing in Santa. It's like a kid believing in Santa Claus still. Do you think these people, any of these politicians, have your best interest at heart? Do you think they have your family's best interest at heart? Do you really believe that? And like I said, not only am I not pro-Trump, I'm not pro-Biden, I'm not pro-Harris, I'm not pro-Obama, I'm not pro-Bush. Motherfucker, I ain't pro bono. I'm not pro anybody in that political seat. Why? Because I don't trust any of them. I don't believe any of them. Do I feel like some of them are lesser of the evil? Sure. Do I feel like any of them truly have me and my family and you and your family's best interest at heart? Absolutely not. I'm not naive enough to think that. They're politicians. They're all in concert together. You can't be black, especially. You can't be white. You can't be any race now, but you can't be black and say anything good about Trump.
You are fake news.
Not even anything anything halfway leaning towards positive, you will get slaughtered. They will do exactly what they claim the conservatives do to them, which is attack them and not let them be free in their will of thinking and speech. That's what they do. See, it's all hypocritical, and that's why I don't do politics. It's a trick. It's all smoke and mirrors. They're all hypocrites on both sides. These people are hypocrites. They don't say, okay, you can think what you want to think. We'll leave you. I'll respect your decision. That doesn't exist. You will be attacked. You will be strung up in the court of public opinion every single fucking time. I see it every day via social media or whether it's people talking in person. You know what I mean? All I did was compare Donald Trump to Tony Soprano because they're two anti-heroes. They're both pieces of shit, by the way.
Take it easy.
But no one heard that. That goes on. See, that you're blinded. You're so lost in these politics. You're so lost in these ideologies, in these factions, that you don't even have your own identity anymore. You don't even think for yourself anymore. You're not even available. You're not even able to reason anymore and use logic anymore. You're completely lost and gone. It's insane to me. People don't even think for themselves anymore. We don't. You can't have an opinion. You can't even have an opinion in this country anymore. Free speech and free thought is dead. You can't have it without being attacked. It doesn't happen. I don't know if it's the advent of social media that made it worse, but somewhere along the lines, we lost the plot. Because this country used to be about a homogenization and a gumbo of thoughts and cultures and ideologies. It was a complete melting pot, and that's what made it special. Now, if you don't fall in line with the groupthink, if you're not a sheep, you will be attacked. Your name will be slandered. Everything. Look, listen to the point where it's like this. I spoke on the street culture. I am an African American man. I'm half Puerto Rican, half black. I identify as an African American, and I'm Hispanic as well. But I'm seen in culture as an African American. Listen, I talked about the street culture. My people killing ourselves over and over and over in the streets is genocide. I had someone who claims to be a friend.
Stop the cap.
I say claims to be a friend because the text I got was from a number I never recognized, and they didn't say who they were. But they knew me, obviously, because they have my number, and they spoke like they knew me. But this person was attacking me for speaking on street culture.
Stop it. Get some help.
For holding my people accountable when we've been on this path, on this genocidal path of destruction for over 50 years in the streets. And I just want to say something to him, whoever you were, fuck you. And I say that with all sincerity, because how dare you? He referred to me as a sellout. You see, and this is why I wanted to talk about this today, because what is a sellout? Who's the sellout? Is the person who cares enough about the community and who cares enough about their people to course correct them, to try to use their voice, how small or big, it doesn't matter, but to try to use their voice to affect a change and to wake people up, to say, hey, this street culture, this shit we're doing has to stop. We have to stop. We have to stop pacifying it. We have to stop supporting it. We have to stop being a part of it. It has to end. So that makes me a sellout. But the person that's watching it happen and either supports it or doesn't say shit about it, he's not the sellout? Who's the sellout here? Who's the real sellout here? I love my people enough to not just sit idly by and watch us kill each other. Day in, day out, year in, year out, decade in, decade out. What are you doing? What are you doing for us? Besides posting a whole bunch of fucking Black Lives Matter shit. And stealing Black Lives Matter protest money. These motherfuckers still, I know motherfuckers that were hustling Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter movement. And starting fundraisers and organizations and pocketing the money. I know people that were doing that. Those are the sellouts, bruh. Those are the sellouts. When a parent, no, there is no love like a parent's love for their child. When a child is off course, what does a parent do? You course correct them. It's not always, sometimes you got to use tough love. Sometimes you have to use tough love. It just is what it is. You can't always be gentle. When you really love someone, you have to do whatever you can to make sure that they're on track because you care about them that much. So who's the real sellout? Because you're sitting idly by, not doing shit, not doing anything. I'm using this little platform I got to try to bring some awareness and wake us up. And let the young people out there know that's not the way to go. That's not it. You don't have to do this. There are other options. That doesn't make you a man. Running the streets, killing your own, that doesn't make you a man. Taking care of that child, loving your brother, taking care of your responsibilities, that's what makes you a man. That's what makes you a man. Not going out there and catching a body. When a family has someone that's addicted to a drug, when you really love someone that much, what do? You stage an intervention. You're not just going to sit there and watch them kill themselves. That's true love. That's love. Tough love is necessary sometimes. So when I'm saying these things, this is tough love because I want to see my people do better. I want to see us strive for more. I don't enjoy seeing young children out here adopting this gang culture, this street culture, this street mentality. I don't like that. Because I seen it with my era and the era after that. I'm a couple eras removed now. How many times do we got to watch the same result before we step in and say, hey, man, nah, this is not cool. I don't care how much attention it gets you. I don't care how much street fame it gets you. It's not the way to go. Like, what? I'm the sellout? Oh, hey, I'll be a sellout all day then. I'll be a sellout all day because I'm not the type of person that's built to just sit back and watch my people die, my people perish over nothing. These are people with potential, good people, smart people, people that are capable of doing great things, amazing things, people that have greatness and goodness in them. These aren't all devils, but the pacification is okay though, right? The pacification is cool because that's the easy conversation. We don't want to be called out. We don't want to be held accountable. We want the easy route. We want the easy conversation. We don't want to talk about what's really going on. We don't want to talk about the real aspects of how we need to change certain things. We just want to coast along because it makes us feel better about ourselves, right? To see another person doing bad, to see another. Who's the sellout? I want to see my people do amazingly good things. I want to see my people reach the summit, the mountaintop of life, and squeeze every fucking thing we can out of this fruit that we call life, out of this fruit of life. That's what I want to see. That's what I want my people to do. And when I say my people, I don't even like classifying that as race because I look at everybody as my people. Everybody. Humans. I love everybody. But since we're talking about this subject, I just wanted to address that aspect of it. My culture, I want to see my culture change. I want to see that shift. I don't even barely listen to rap music anymore, man. I got a son. I don't want to hear that shit. That's not conducive to success. That's not conducive to getting closer to God. It's not conducive to anything positive. But I'm the sellout. We gotta do better. Our mentalities are our mentalities are backwards, man. We're backwards in our way of thinking. We got to retrain ourselves in the way we think with some of this stuff. Because it's extremely toxic. And as far as Trump goes and that whole thing, it's the same thing on another level. It's toxic. You know, instead of worrying about the petty shit, what side you land on, what side of the spectrum, red, blue, whatever, won't you worry about the Senate? Won't you worry about the Congress? Won't you worry about the tricks they're pulling behind your back? Why don't you worry about what's happening, the bigger picture, instead of worrying about who's right, who's left, who's Obama, who's Trump, who's Kamala, who's Trump, who's pro this, who's pro that, who's pro LGBTQ, you're worried about such of the small shit. You're not even seeing the tricks they're pulling on us behind our back. You're not even seeing the strings that are being pulled. Why don't you focus on that? because they have you by the balls. They have you by, it's Geppetto. You're a puppet. They control your every mood. They control your every thought. They control your every move. They control everything, every aspect about you. They control. It's a sheep mentality. What happened to free will? This is America, people. What happened to free will? What happened to free speech? If you say the wrong thing, they try to cancel you.
Take it easy.
But then they say that they're being held down. Then they say that they don't have free will. They don't have free speech. But all the while, they only want free speech and free thought when it falls in line with what they say and what they think. That is beyond me. So free speech and free thought only apply to you. It only applies to you and your ideologies. Anything else? It can't. No, it must be stopped. It must be stopped in its tracks. It must be destroyed. No.
I must break you.
I mean, come on. That's not right. You're a hypocrite then. And these social and political movements and organizations that you hold up on this pedestal and would live and die by and for, they're bought and paid for. These politicians that you worship, they're bought and paid for. These influencers that you hold up on this pedestal, they're bought and paid for. All these people are bought and paid for by one side or the other. And when it comes to someone like myself, who's not bought and paid for, who's not working for right or left, who doesn't stand with either of them, I'm the sellout. You know, they used to say back in slavery, the house Negroes or the field Negroes that were approached about running away and becoming free, used to run to massa and tell on the slave that were trying to devise a plan to be free. See, and that still happens now in today's society. All you people that try to tear down someone with a free thinking opinion, you're the house Negro. You're the sellout. That's the truth. Santa Claus isn't real, people.
Take it easy.
Politics are an illusion. You're living and dying by these things and these people that don't care about you that much, really. You're a tool. You got to wake up. I don't put my faith in anything but God.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's it. And I'm not saying all politicians are the devil. I'm just saying from what I've seen in my 30 plus years of being on this earth, I don't trust them. Not one. So what is a sellout? Am I the sellout? Am I the sellout for trying to enlighten whoever I can enlighten, or, you know, try to wake up who I can wake up, whether it be via politics, whether it be my, you know, the culture? Does that make me a sellout? Because I won't fall in line with your movement, because I won't fall in line with your ideology and your thoughts, because I don't fully agree with everything on either side, but I don't fully disagree with everything on either side. Does that make me a sellout? Or does that make me a human being with a free mind? I don't know. You be the judge. I know this. I'm not changing. I know that. I will not be changing for anybody. And I might not feel, a year from now, I might not feel the way I feel right now about certain things. That's the thing about life. It's subject to change. That's the thing about opinions. You're subject to change. Human beings evolve. We have different opinions. Our thoughts change. We go through things. We see things different. Our perspectives change. Our stations in life change. Nobody's always one way. You grow. So instead of calling someone a sellout with an opinion, hear them out. Listen to them. Actually listen to them. Open your ears. Let your ears catch up to your mouth for a change. And listen to what someone has to say. Hear them. Really hear them. Don't wait to speak. Don't just try to be right. Really listen to them and hear what they have to say. Hear them out. You never know. Maybe you'll look at something differently. Maybe it'll wake something up in you. Be open-minded. Don't just shoot everything down. No one's right all the time. We're all human. We're all wrong. You're wrong. I'm wrong. We're all wrong sometimes. That's the thing I don't understand. People always try to be right. It's always about being right, you know? But enough of that. I'm off that. And that's the only time I'm going to speak on it because I felt like it was personal for me. It's personal for me. And I'm seeing it on I'm seeing other people go through the same thing, but for me, this was personal, so I wanted to touch on it because I don't like the hypocrisy. What can I say? I don't respect it. I don't respect it. We've been seeing this thing with politics, right? We've been seeing this go on for how many years? 100 years? 50, 60, 70, 80 years, whatever. And it's the same show over and over and over. It's in syndication. This whole thing's in syndication. When are we going to say, man, enough? Enough. We're not voting for anybody until the real right person comes along that really is for the people. When are we going to do that? When are we going to stop just putting our hopes and dreams blindly and trust into these entities? When? It's got to end. Sometimes we got to, we can't. Is it the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing, expecting a different result? That's all I'm saying. We've been sold a bill of goods. And we keep buying the same bill of goods over and over and over. Just because of a tie color? just because they're wearing blue or red? Because they're wearing red, we're going to put all of because they call themselves a certain denomination, we're going to just say, hey, here's my life. Take it. It's yours. Here's my family's life. Take it. It's yours. I'm putting all my trust into you. You. It's like, speaking of bill of goods, I've been seeing a lot of alien invasion talk and a lot of alien professional extraterrestrial talk. And hey, I might be wrong. I might be cynical about this, but what do I think? I think ET is bullshit. I think ET is bullshit. I think the whole talk about a potential, it all seems like a psyop to me. These aliens, this alien talk has been around for a long time, right? And they've been slowly easing us into it. And for me, it just feels like something is being set up. In my opinion, what's being set up is this. I feel like this is all set up to discredit God in the Bible. There's no mention of extraterrestrial life, alien life in the Bible, as far as we know. And I feel like aliens are actually, this is going to, now stay with me, because this might sound a little crazy to some of you, but I feel like an alien invasion, if it were to ever occur, those are demons. Those are demons. And they're going to be labeled as extraterrestrials. And then, in my opinion, that would discredit the Bible and God, because people would say, hey, look, there really are aliens here. That must mean the Bible wasn't real. The Bible was just a lie. This is our real God. This is who really gave us our intelligence. This is who really sped us forward. This is who really did this, that, and the third. I feel like that's what it is to me. That's what the whole alien thing is to me. A psyop. In my opinion, that's what I feel like I feel like it's going to be one of the greatest tricks the devil ever played. If it comes to fruition. You're going to sit up here and tell me E.T. going to pop out on... And we got movies. We got the sci-fi, we got the X-Files. We got the whole sci-fi channel. You gonna sit up here and tell me this shit was all true, so we knew all along? We knew all along? We were making these movies and stuff, so they were coming down and giving Steven Spielberg the script and Star Trek and Star Wars. All this shit was real. We knew this all along. We just didn't say anything?
Stop the cap.
Come on, man. Come on. That don't look right to me. That seems a little weird. I don't know. What's next? Will Smith is really gonna save the planet? Like, Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith really gonna save the planet now? Wait, Will Smith's been in multiple alien movies, so maybe we need to be going and seeing what's up with him. Maybe he knows more than. Hey, Will might know something. Men in Black, Independence Day. Like, we gotta go holler at Will probably. Will gonna have to save the Earth. Come on, man. I'm seeing a lot of this around. Just like, I don't know, man. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Maybe it's just my cynical nature. I'm not buying it. I'm not. Seems fishy to me. Seems fishy to me. You know, AI taking everybody's job. Hey, man, I would tell you young people, learn a skill, get a career in a job that AI cannot do, because AI is going to be replacing us all very shortly. Get a job, find something that you can do, a skill, own a skill, hone and own a skill that AI cannot duplicate or be able to replicate in the near future, because it's not looking good. This shit is moving fast. I'm telling you, like I said before, Skynet, it's on some Skynet shit. It's on some Matrix shit. Once AI takes over and they have no need for us, what do they do with us? What do they do with the people they consider the bottom feeders? Because you saw, what was that Elon Musk's wife say that a depopulation is coming soon? Thankfully, this is how these people think. This is how these people look at human beings, everyday regular human beings. And you think that if AI were able to circumvent and get us out the way, that the people, the elites that control this shit won't get us up out of here? Do what they gonna do with us? We're just be taking up space at that point, right? I can imagine like factory jobs. I mean, this is what America was built off of. Some of these jobs that could be at stake and at risk. This has got to stop. We can't let this happen, man. We have to put some sort of limits on this AI shit. We have to, because it's getting out of hand very quickly. It can never duplicate the human spirit. And a lot of these jobs and a lot of these things that are, you know, it can't replicate that. It can't duplicate that. What a human being can offer. But when it comes to certain jobs, it can definitely replace us. And so find a skill, find a career that only a human can do. For now. Because, you know, I don't know. Once these jobs start drying up, what's that do to the economy? What's that do to humanity? It's interesting, man. The future is scary. The future is scary, dog. The future is scary, man. Motherfucker gonna have to shit out a bar of gold to stay in order to be kept around here soon. You have to be producing something. You have to be producing miracles like Mother Teresa around this motherfucker. Otherwise, they will have, bro, they don't like extra human beings on this planet. The people that run this planet do not like it being crowded. They do not want the useless eaters, quote unquote, useless eaters, people that bring nothing to the table, people that are just there. They do not want us around. They do not want us around. On some They Live shit. Go watch the movie They Live for those who have never seen it, and just come back to me and you'll see what I'm saying. You got to watch your back. America isn't America anymore, man. It used to be about us, the people. 69 Chevys. Drop top Camaros. The human. The world. This world is nothing without the human being and what we bring to the table. Don't let these people fool you. AI can never replace you where it counts the most. This world used to be beautiful. What do you tell you? You used to be beautiful, man. He said, no, you was beautiful. All my Pineapple Express fans know what I'm talking about. And Matheson. If you know, you know. I don't care what anyone says. I missed that James Franco, Seth Rogen duo. I don't give a shit.
Really,
those
nigga?
movies are classic. And it's a shame that they won't be a tandem anymore and doing shit together anymore. Speaking of the aliens, James Franco. See, they got Franco, man. Come on. They got Franco taking the bait. He probably put that shit up there. He was probably offering, hey man, do you want your career to be revived? Do you want your career to be back on track again? Post this shit about some aliens. We need to get this out there. We need this propagated. Post it. And people eat it up. People believe the propaganda. It goes back to what I'm saying about the politics and the propaganda machine is real. You got to understand that these people are like, they're walking billboards for whoever they're getting paid by. That's it. They're walking billboards. The definition of a sellout. Man. Aliens, man. It's crazy. AI and aliens. Man. Yeah, man. And what's going on in the sports world? I've been having debates all week with a gang of bronsexuals. All they're telling me is that LeBron is the GOAT, right? But I'm like, where? As we know, LeBron signed with Philly. Loaded. Team's loaded. All I'm hearing is, if he wins, he ain't got no, he passed Jordan now. And I'm like, what?
Get some help.
Man, look, I've been arguing with bronsexuals all week about LeBron's state and stature as far as the all-time greats go. The pantheon of all-time greats, right? To me, he never even passed Kareem. Kareem, 6 MVPs, countless, he's got some scoring titles, 6 NBA championships, was the all-time leading scorer until LeBron passed him up, respectfully. I'm taking that resume over LeBron's. Didn't jump from ship to ship to ship to ship. Let's not even talk about Jordan. If you want to, what makes Jordan better than LeBron? Just go watch. That's the thing. People are doing everything but watching the footage. Just go watch. The eye test does not lie to you, my dude. Like, Jordan was on a different level. Skill-wise, different level. Not only was, in my opinion, he was the better athlete, not the bigger athlete, I said the better athlete. Better skills, better fundamentals. Better shooter, mid-range, automatic, post-game, automatic. Three-pointer, hit it when he needed to. I mean, talk about propaganda. I see this LeBron shit is out of control. The media is LeBron and the Clutch Sports team must be paying these dudes off with a handsome ransom. Because they have so many shills in the media, it's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. The LaGlaze Mafia. And the propaganda has worked on you bronsexuals. You're sick. Y'all put this dude over Kobe Bryant?
Stop it. Get some help.
Where? Y'all put this dude over Tim Duncan? How? Y'all put this dude over Shaquille O'Neal? No fucking way. How can a person who's never been a part of a dynasty be the GOAT? When Jordan was a part of 2 dynasties on one team, 2 different iterations. Kobe, part of a dynasty, a 3-peat dynasty with Shaq, then goes back to back on his own. On his own, I mean, without a whole super team like LeBron needed. Tim Duncan, sustained excellence in a dynasty. Shaquille O'Neal, linchpin of a dynasty. Kareem, Magic, dynasty. Bird, not a dynasty, but he got close, but he was in a tough era. Still, Larry Bird, he's not better than Larry Bird, bro. Larry Bird took a team. Not only is LeBron not the GOAT, he's not top 5, in my opinion. Larry Bird took a team that had won like 20 games in his rookie year, and then they went to 60 wins. Just like that. LeBron took 3 years to make the playoffs? Come on, man. What are we talking about here? This is why I say the phony GOAT. Like Skip Bayless, thank you. You hit that you nailed that. That's the perfect nickname. The phony GOAT. It's all propaganda. It's a lie. It's smoke and mirrors, man. He's got great longevity. He's done amazing things. He's done amazing things. He is one of the top 10 best players this game has ever seen. But they put him and moved him above people that he did not deserve to be moved in front of. Do I think he's better than Larry Bird? No. But if you want to have a conversation and argue that, I'm not gonna argue on that too tough. Do I think he's better than Kareem, Magic, Shaq, Duncan, Kobe? No. And him and Steph should be a conversation because this is Steph's era. This era before this new one that just began, the last era belonged to Steph. LeBron only won 1 ring in the Steph Curry era. 1. Steph won 4. So, I mean, we can go back and forth all day, but you bronzexuals, y'all gotta leave me alone, man. Because y'all don't, none of your argument is based off of logic. It's all emotion. He's like the only player you've seen. I get it, bro. But there were players that were better than him. Trust me. I've seen them. But shout out to LeBron and Clutch Sports for the propaganda machine. Keeping us entertained and this is the dog days of sports, you know. All we got right now is what? Baseball. So they're definitely keeping us entertained right now, which, hey, keep it coming. Keep the propaganda coming. And yeah, while we're on the topic of sports, I spoke on Aaron Rodgers and Stephen A. Smith. And I wanted to play that for you. In case you guys haven't heard it, I'm going to play you the audio. Aaron Rodgers he's going at Dr. Fauci. And Stephen A. Smith is apologizing to Kyrie. So I'm going to play those back to back just so you guys can get the gist of what I'm saying. In case you haven't heard the word. Okay, so I'm gonna play A-Rod first. We're gonna get his thoughts on Mr. Fauci. The Honorable Mr. Fauci.
Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay.
Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
There, it's back,
Are
baby.
you kidding me?
Yeah. 111
You got a
times.
pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times
Yeah.
at the White House. What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question.
Yeah.
What are we
eight,
doing?
baby.
And how much time did the network spend at that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status, on Taylor and Travis's wedding?
Yeah!
Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No, I don't think I've heard
Nah,
anything.
I bet they didn't.
But, like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe
A-Rod went in. So that was A-Rod. Obviously, like I said, super warranted. Hey, let him talk his shit. He deserves to talk his shit. He deserves that. He took arrows from all angles. So he feels vindicated, rightfully so. Okay, let's get into Stephen A. Smith now.
I spoke out against Kyrie Irving about how selfish I thought his inaction was when it came to the pandemic and the vaccines and the boosters and all of that stuff. In my opinion, hindsight-wise, it didn't make him stubborn or selfish. It made him brave and say, nah, I'm not doing that. Kyrie Irving did nobody wrong. I did him wrong. And for that, I'm sincerely sorry. I spoke out against Kyrie Irving about how selfish I thought his inaction was when it came to the pandemic and the vaccines and the boosters and all of that stuff. In my opinion, hindsight-wise, it didn't make him stubborn or selfish. It made him brave and say, nah, I'm not doing that. Kyrie Irving did nobody wrong. I did him wrong. And for that, I'm sincerely sorry.
Yeah, man. Big words. Big words. That takes a lot on Stephen A. Smith's behalf. That takes a lot to be able to stand up and admit you're wrong. So, hey, I think we all, but not just Kyrie, maybe the rest of us need apologies too because of the way we were treated and the way we were ostracized to certain extents with this whole thing. But props to Stephen A. I hope it's sincere. I hope it's fully sincere. I think so. Loud criticisms deserve loud apologies. And, he stood on 10 toes and as a man and apologized to Kyrie. And I respect that. So shout out to Stephen A. Smith, man. But Yes, sir. Man Up Podcast. That's all I got for y'all today. Next week we will be back. I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about. I'm sure there'll be plenty going on. In the meantime, in between time, you guys stay safe and stay blessed. I love you all. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I'm going to see you soon. Stay safe out there. And remember, don't just play the game, change the game. I'm out, y'all. Peace.